One of the more polarizing stories of the entire season has been revolving Christian McCaffrey. And that's not just with the San Francisco 49ers, that's across the NFL. Obviously, with how the surprise injury and inactive happened against the New York Jets, and then subsequently being landed and placed on IR, it really caused quite a stir amongst the NFL community, especially for one of the top players in the league. And so it's been pretty quiet. We all understand there's been a lot of situations, I think you could say, about the Christian McCaffrey saga regarding his injury in his Achilles. Obviously, it started out with a calf, then it turned into Achilles, then it turned into two Achilles, then it turned into trips to Germany. Let's just say it's been a journey, 49er fans, and hey, fantasy and betting fans as well. So we got an update from John Lynch this morning, and it's one of the first updates we've gotten, I think, in a while, really. So take a listen to what John Lynch had to say, and we'll react to it on the other side. Take a listen right here.
Last question for me, John, is about Christian McCaffrey. Our listeners ask us every day for updates on CMC, so I'll ask you the same question, John. Are there any new updates on Christian McCaffrey?
No new updates other than he's doing incredibly well, and it's all about, the ramp up, increasing the activity, making sure that there's no setbacks, and I could just tell people he's on a good track with that. No timelines or anything, but he's doing a little bit more. Not each day, we kind of stagger it, work hard one day, kind of go into more of a regen day the next day, but when you can start to stack those and not have setbacks, that's a good thing, and that's kind of the direction he's trending in.
So the optimism just brimming from John Lynch is fantastic. The fact that he said he's doing incredibly well, no setbacks during the rehab process, those are two things that we want to hear. Obviously, I still believe that we are targeting a November 10th return. I believe that's been the case since the very beginning, since he was placed on injured reserve and they really figured out the severity of the injury. So I really don't think that we will see Christian McCaffrey against Dallas next week. Then that gives him the bye and then gives him the opportunity to return against the Bucs. And I do think that is the best case moving forward. Is, again, you just don't want to rush this, and anything you've learned about Achilles tendonitis through his injury is that rest is the best thing to allow things to regenerate, to reheal. Sounds like he's had some potential stem cell type of work done to help that process along. So time is of the essence, and time is something that you want to allow Christian McCaffrey to have in regards to the healing process. So I'm still of the mindset that I'm aiming for a return on November 10th against the Bucs. So not getting my hopes up for anything else before that. So I do like the update. I think it's a good update. But we also got an update on Jordan Mason as well. So take a listen to John Lynch talk about Jordan Mason and his potential availability versus the Chiefs.
JP's been out here this week in a blue jersey that says, basically tells everyone stay away, don't touch him. He's a tough guy. I think it bodes well that he's been out here, but we gotta see that he gets to Sunday and feels comfortable, with contact and all that. But JP's tough, and I'm betting on I don't bet, NFL, but I'm saying JP will hopefully be out there for us.
Before we let you go, what you see from Isaac Guerrero and Patrick Taylor, and if they have to be the guys, you guys have full faith? I mean, these are not experienced. I mean, Pat Taylor had 3 years with the Packers. He has some experience, but can you speak to the fans about that? Like, hey man, it might be a couple of guys who haven't done it a lot.
Well, I think we have great confidence in those guys. Guerrero, I think you've seen him get better each week, and then the ceiling's incredibly high. I mean, he has so much explosion in his body, what he's capable of, and it's interesting. You say the game is starting to slow down, but I think in some way with him, it's starting to speed up. He's starting to be able to utilize his speed and his power because visually to him. You go through that process as a player where, okay, now I'm seeing it's not, people aren't moving 1,000 miles per hour, and then you start moving faster. And so his greatest trait is his speed. He also has an incredible amount of explosion and power, and you're starting to see that. And it feels like it's even closer to getting better. So we're incredibly excited about him. Patrick Taylor, he's a really good football player, and he does have experience in this league. You saw him come in the other night in Seattle and have some big carries for us. So he's a guy we have a lot of trust and faith.
So you heard it. He's like, if I had to bet, I would. Oh, I can't bet it. Sorry, NFL. Basically, what John Lynch is saying is he believes that Jordan Mason will play. You heard Kyle Shanahan yesterday on KBR as well. Echo the same thoughts. It does sound like Jordan Mason will be good to go for this game. You also heard him talk about Isaac Guerendo and Patrick Taylor. I think they have both been phenomenal. I've talked about how I really have a vote of confidence from those guys after seeing them perform against the Seattle Seahawks. So I feel good there. And I'm feeling pretty good heading into this Chiefs game. Obviously, it's been an up and down season. A lot of emotions already early on, especially from the fans. And but these are some good things that we can take into this big game against the Chiefs. And so sounds like CMC's trending in the right direction. Sounds like Jordan Mason will be able to go this week against the Chiefs. Sounds like Ricky Pearsall will be able to go. Sounds like they might actually activate him. So that's a cool situation. So let me know what you guys think about all of it in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.